Well, time for you time. Okay, we're just going to pop you guys on mute and then we'll share some music. We've got a Parisian vibe tonight. So the theme track from Amelie. Can you hear that with me over the top? Just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, turn your volume up if needed. All right, so we won't use a foam roller just for the first bit. We're going to get our shoulders and upper body moving. So you take your feet fairly wide, soften into your knee, and we're going to twist. So you look behind, kind of let your arms swing out. Notice what you can see behind you. We're going to bring the arms just a little bit higher, more like shoulder height now. And then sort of throwing away action. So left to the other. And then rolling the shoulders. Just tapping through the leg. So you alternate the shoulders and then rolling them both together. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. And then circling the arms. Big sweep past your ears. And reverse. And then closing the chest, so you round, and then open and lift the chest to the ceiling. So chest to the floor, and then open, breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, looking up, exhale down. And one more each way. And then taking the arms wide, bringing the elbow to touch the knee. Crossing over, point your toes. And two more. And then keeping the feet a little bit wider, we're going to side lean. And the other way. Reach into your fingers. Try to straighten the top arm. And then we're going to lean. Bend your knees, lean and drop. Two more. Final one. Can you transfer your body weight over to one side? Swing your leg through and kick back. Pointing your toes as you do it. Use your eyes to help your balance. Reach into your toes. Can you get a bit more height on the leg now? Use your buttock as you kick back. And change the leg. Pointy toes. And get your buttock muscle active as you kick behind you. Can we get a little bit more height? And taking the feet wide, we're going to turn out through our toes. Bend the knee and push the bottom back. And the other side. As you do it on the straight leg, push your hand down. So you're applying a bit of pressure into the straight leg. Rotate the upper body so we turn, look over our shoulder. And do it again. Rotate, look up. And do it again. Two more. So final one. And then we're going to turn out through this foot over here. We'll ankle in this foot here. We're going to sink into a warrior pose. So you can get this thigh to sit parallel to the ground. Holding. Stay down, bring the hands together over the top, and then open out. Let's release, turn the feet, turn out on your left side, angle in on the other foot. So we bend into our warrior pose. Give your shoulders stacking above your hip. Deep breath. And hands touching over the top. Opening out. And let's release. Okay, good job. So coming down onto the back next, let's get our spine muscles a bit more mobile. So if you pop yourself down at the bottom end of your mat, straightening up through your back, but then tucking your bottom under as you roll, and then lengthen. And we tuck and then lengthen. Now you can either keep your feet on the floor at the top, or see if you can hover them just off the ground. So I'm going to hover and then roll. Now if you like, you can do a crisscross, holding your feet, and then switch over the other way like that. More advanced, we hold the feet and go wide, the legs akimbo version. We're going to roll, see if we can balance here at the top, and then come back in. So option 3, much tougher. Oops, kicking the ball. And back in. So choose your level, do 2 more. Final one. Alrighty, resting off. Let's roll on to our all fours next. Reach opposite arm and leg away. And then bring your elbow to your knee underneath. So reach, balance. And then elbow to knee. Breathe in as you reach. Breathe out as you round. Let's do it again. Reach and round. Reach and round. 2 more. So final one. Let's give that a go on the other side. So opposite arm and leg. Elbow to knee. Reach your fingers, reach your toes. And elbow to knee. Breathe in as you reach, look up. Exhale, look down. 2 more. Final one. Alrighty, from here, I'm going to hook the toes underneath, lift into a downward dog, pressing the heels down towards the ground. And then from here, we're going to transition. There's 2 options. First option is to bring the knees to the floor. Let your chest lead the way as you come down. Then going to cobra, chin up, pushing the ground away and just squeezing the glutes to support the back. So you can either do the transition from your knees or like this from your toes. So find the down dog again, lifting the tailbone up in the air, pressing down through the heels. Now to get a little bit of extra sort of traction on the downward dog, notice now I've got hold of my mat here on both sides. And I'm going to pull, almost like I'm trying to pull the mat from underneath me. And then flattening the hands. So we either transition from the toes or the knees. Easier option with the knees, find your level. Let's move to cobra. Holding at the top for 3, 2, 1 and coming down. So transitioning into our downward dog, pressing down with the heels. Breathe. So either from the knees or the toes as we lead from the chest down, inhaling as we cobra, exhaling as we lower. So finding our downward dog again. Do that just a couple more times. So transitioning back through to the cobra, inhaling, pushing the ground away for 3, 2, 1. So final one. So holding your cobra. Get some height on it if that feels like a happy place for your back today. So we're going to meet up in our downward dog, lifting the tailbone in the air. Again, we're going to do that hold on the edges of the mat here. So pull, like we're trying to pull the mat from underneath. Just wriggle the feet back slightly, pressing the heels down. Breathe. Alrighty, let's take a walk with our feet towards our hands. So if you can pop yourself down onto your back. And let's do some core work. So opposite arm and leg, tapping down for level 1. Pulling in the belly button. Level 2, do it from your knees being at 90 degrees, like this. Level 3 option, tougher version, notice my feet start above the hip. See if you can simultaneously coordinate the thumb tap and the heel tap. Worrying back into your body, especially if you had a hectic day. And you do that twice more. So final one. And then bending your knees, circle and open. So mobilizing the hips. Give in to gravity, let your knees plop open. And then reversing back in the opposite direction. Last couple. Alrighty, from here we're going to rock up to a seated position. For level 1 on these, you might want to pop a strap under your feet as you roll down, but if you can roll down without that, then we're going to do some curls. So we're going to drop, tap the back of the head on the floor, and come back up. Breathing in as we come down, breathing out on the lift. Posture wise, trying to keep your collarbones open when you do the roll, and having the eye gaze look up towards the ceiling will help your head position, which can make quite a difference. Notice now for level 3, I've got my arms back like this by the ears. As we get up through the tougher levels, the arms may want to try and come in front of the body when you're on the roll, but see if you can push them back here by your ears. Do that 4 more times. Inhaling on the way down and exhaling on the lift. Lifting through the chest. And we got 2 more in there. So on your final one, if you come down to the ground, we'll take a full body stretch. So feet together, point your toes. And if you can interlock your fingers here, that's it. And then turn your palms outwards. Straighten your arms. Touch the little finger down behind you. Arch your back, point your toes. Breathe deeply. So we said we'd do a bit of foam rolling to tackle the upper back stiffness. So let's do that next. If you can find your foam roller, just grab mine. Have a drink, have some water, especially if you're playing catch up today. Let's keep topped up. Okay. So if you can park the roller halfway down the back, hands here. That's it, just let your head hang into your hands, look for the ground. Tilt in with the chin as you come up. Inhaling on the way back.
Is it a sin? Is it a
exhaling
crime?
as you lift.
Loving you dear like I do.
And do it again.
If it's a crime, then I'm guilty. Guilty of loving you.
Just do that one more time. Hang
Maybe
loose,
I'm
down
wrong,
for 3.
dreaming
What's the
of
lowest
you,
point you can see?
dreaming the lonely night through.
Alrighty, let's move the roll.
If
Just another
it's a
inch
crime,
up.
then I'm guilty.
That's it, so nudge it up.
Guilty of dreaming
Again,
of
we're going to
you.
drop down, hang loose.
What
What's the
can I
lowest
do?
point you can see?
What can I say?
Exhale and lift.
After I've taken the blame.
Let's do that again. Let your back arch as you go
say
back.
you're through, you'll go
And then let your
way.
tailbone tuck
But I
under
always feel just
on the
the
lift.
same.
One more here.
Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong.
That's it, so get that
Loving
tuck
you, dear,
in your
like
lower
I
back.
do.
Great, and then let's go just a little bit higher
If
up.
it's a crime, then I'm
Or inch,
guilty.
so mobilizing through
Guilty of loving
upper
you.
back joints. Two more. And final one. Hanging loose with the elbows. Okay, good job. So, shall we give a core exercise a go on the roll? So if you can pop it down the middle of your mat, you need to park your bottom down at one end, make sure your head's not hanging off the top. Oh, cat's on the prowl. Hungry again. Okay, so make sure you've got your head and your tailbone on there. I think that was Oreo, right? Yeah, okay, so hands just a bit wider than your shoulders. Now, can you keep your arms there as you float one knee up? And then back down. Wobbling optional. And then can you float the other leg up? And back down. Do it again. Use your eyes, look at something still. And again. Put your toes. And the arms hovered. Okay, and then we're going to bring the arms down to here. Fingertips on the floor, but arms are hovered, like that. We're going to alternate the legs, so one is coming up as the other one is coming down. So we've got a little bit of a bent leg, putting the belly button in. Now you might want to go for straight legs, tougher option. Notice as you're doing it how much pressure is in your fingers. Maybe lighter on your hands, maybe you can go onto one finger each side, so that first finger. Don't break a nail. Last couple. Alrighty, resting off. Well done. We're going to flop off the roll and let's come up to standing. We'll stretch our hips. Grab a stick. So if you can place the stick behind, nice big stride between your front and your back foot. We're going to wriggle onto tiptoes on the back foot. So we get some stretch underneath the foot. And if you can come down into a lunge position, if you can see yourself on your screen, have a look at your posture. Try to use the stick to get yourself nice and upright. And then from here, we're going to drop our back knee down to the floor. Unhook the toes. And you might want to bring your stick around to this side just to steady your balance. And see if you can get hold of your foot. So pulling the foot in behind, heel towards your bottom. That's it. Square up your hips. Have a look in your screen. Is your upper body upright? Heel towards your bottom. Can you go a little bit further in? Breathe. And then let's place the toes hooked under the back foot again. We're going to reverse our lunge. So we'll bring the stick, she says, where's it gone? Back behind us. And then come back into our lunge stretch here. So see if you can get that front thigh parallel to the floor. Alrighty, let's release and we're going to turn around. Now we're on the other leg. So body nice and upright. Going down into the lunge. Try and stretch under your toes on that back foot. Get your heel on the top. That's it. Tuck your bottom under. Straightening through the back knee. And then from here, can you lower your back knee down? Unhook your toes on that back foot. Use the stick to steady your balance as you get hold of the foot there. Your heel towards the bottom. Feeling for your balance with the stick. Keeping one foot forward. That's it. Yeah, great. So have a check-in on your posture and be upright on your upper body. Breathe. And we're going to release the back foot, hook it back under, and then come up into our lunge again. So we're here, keeping that same leg at the front. Breathe. Alrighty, so let's give our legs a bit of a shake out. Now's a good time to top up on some water. Can we find some weights? So some work for our arms and our upper body. I'm going to do the waitress hands. We'll add a bit of overhead as we go. So if you can bring your elbows back, holding the weights. And we're going to open out, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other and move to the middle. So again, squeeze. I want you to have your heels raised, so you're up on tiptoe and coming back down. Adding in some extensions. We're going to reach the arms to the side, squeeze the elbows in and come down. Breathing in as we reach, breathing out as we lower. Now, if you like, you can add some overhead lift. Check your shoulders are happy, relax your shoulder blades down, open out and back in. As you do it, try to keep some length through your lower back so that you're loading your core in a posturally correct way, if you like. So draw your belly button muscle in, let your tailbone lengthen so you're thinking about position of your spine as you keep going. Let's do 2 more. And final one. And then see if you can stay out there. Turn, so you look behind, move to the middle, turn the other way, move to the middle, and then bring your arms back in and down. So again, we're going to come up and out, this time tiptoeing as we turn, look behind, move to the middle, back in and down. Tiptoe and turn. Move to the middle. Can we do 2 more? Wobbling optional. And final one. Welcome the wobble. Alrighty, we're going to roll the shoulders with the weights. And I'd like you to tiptoe balance, walking almost like you're walking down a tightrope. And reversing, staying on the tiptoes, rolling the shoulders, testing your balance. Do that one more time. Relax your shoulders this time as you tiptoe. And you take the arms out to the side. And tiptoeing back. And resting off. Okay, good job. So let's focus on some more core. We're going to come down into a plank next. So and come down onto your front. Elbows are down, making a fist. We're going to wriggle the knees back slightly. I'd like you to open your chest. So we're holding a half plank position, hovering, reaching the toes, and then back down. So hovering a leg, and then back down. Now you can either do it like this from your knees, or come up onto your toes, the tougher option. Try to keep open in your chest. hovering each foot for 3, 2, 1, and then switch. Two more. Final one. Alrighty, from here, we're going to open the knees and we'll move into a groin stretch. So think of your knees being off the edges of your mat, feet together like this, elbows down again into that plank posture, but pushing your bottom backwards. Hold and breathe. Feeling for the stretch around the inner thighs and the groin. And then notice now I'm turning my feet outwards, pushing the heels downwards. You know, my old dog used to sleep like this. It's a good look. Alrighty, some work for strengthening our back muscles next. So we'll come down onto our front like this, kind of like a no-armed cobra. So thumbs are down, little finger is lifted, and I want you to lift your upper body away from the ground, hover your arms like a human sort of cannonball dart shape, and then back down to the floor. So again, lifting the upper body, palms towards each other, hovering the arms and sort of squeezing the shoulders, and then lowering. Breathing in on the lift, holding, and then exhaling as we come down. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And do it again. Slide your shoulder blades down your back as you lift, and then let them soften. So squeeze your shoulders, reach your toes, reach your fingers, spreading the fingers so there's gaps in between them. We're going to do that twice more. And have we got one more in there? So good conditioning for our back muscles. And then from here, we're going to take a seat so that we're cross-legged. You sit up onto your sit bones. You're going to lengthen up through the arms and then come forwards and down quite wide with the hands, a bit wider than your shoulders. Just notice where you feel the stretch, and then slide the hands in. Reach up, try to get your arms back by your ears, and then widen down, staying down in that reach position just for a few seconds. Breathing in as you slide in, and breathing out as you move out. You might want to close your eyes on this one. Use it for a bit of breathing space, and you might imagine that you're drawing in any energy you've been giving out today, exhaling out tensions and worries, breathing in all the good stuff, exhaling out any stresses and tensions. Let's change the leg now, so if you can put the other one over the top, and let's give that another go. So reaching up, arms back here by your ears. That's it. And then nice and wide as you go forwards. Holding it there. Chin in. Breathe in. As you move in, breathing out tensions and worries. Breathing in healthy, positive energy. Visualize yourself attracting all the good stuff, bringing all the healthy energy into your cells. And can you do it one more time? Alrighty, so from here, we're going to come up to a standing position and into our yoga triangle pose. So opening out the muscles of the inner thigh and the side of the back. You can have a little bit of turnout on your foot over here. Angle this one in at 45 degrees. So we've got a decent space between the feet, and then the hips we want to drop. So this one is lower than this one. Slide the hand down the shin, and can you reach up with this top hand towards the ceiling? Turn your head so you're looking up towards the top hand, pressing down through your shoulders. Notice where you feel the stretch. on the back foot. Can you push the heel out a bit more? Notice how that influences the stretch. And if you want to, you can hold the floor, it's up to you. And then this top hand, we're going to bring it over so the arm sits more horizontally. Reaching through the fingers. And we're going to bend into our knee over here, wriggle the back foot away. We're going to keep our opposite hand to the foot on the floor and take the other arm up towards the ceiling. Now, as that arm reaches up, let your hips drop down and give in to gravity. Breathe. And then you bring the top hand down. We're going to take a walk with our hands towards the middle of our feet, keeping our toes pointed forwards. So we want to be fairly wide in the foot stance, walking the hands in towards the middle of the feet and just letting the head drop. And looking at the world from a different view. Breathe. Push your body weight back to your heels. And just walking the feet in a little bit. Coming back up to standing. Great, so if we can turn the toes out over this side. So if you mirror me and then angle in over here, 45 degrees, we'll do that switch in the hip again. Slide the hand down the shin and go long with the top arm, looking up towards the top hand, testing our balance. Noticing where we're feeling the stretch. Push out through the back heel. If you want to go lower, feeling for the floor. Find what feels safe and appropriate. Bend into the knee. Bringing the arm horizontal. And then bringing the hand down to the floor. So opposite hand to the foot. And then turning. So we've got the other arm up towards the ceiling. Giving into gravity with the hip. Breathe. Let's do that stretch where we walk our hands again in towards the middle. Taking the feet quite wide. You might want to go a little bit wider, but find what feels doable today. Walk your hands towards the middle and let your head come down. Breathe. Just dropping your body weight back towards your heels. And then if we come and have a seat, we're going to take hold of either our shins sat down, or our ankles sat down, or our feet, depending on our leg length. So get hold of what feels, get holdable of a ball, something like that. And then let your chest come down towards the floor, a little bit lower, and then bring yourself into an upright pose. So lengthening your posture, and let's do that again. So slide the hands down, getting hold of whatever you can, and then a little pull down towards the ground. Think of your breastbone leading the way, a little bit further, and then coming back up, elongating up through your spine, straighten the back, and then coming down. So chest towards the floor. That one more time, coming up. Can you go further on this one? So as far down as it feels safe, doable, a bit uncomfortable. And let's release and give the legs a shake out. Okay, great. So coming down onto your back, onto the mat. Quick time check. Okay, so we're nearly there. So let's do some more core. If you can, pop your hands just here around the back of your head. Can you bring your elbow to your knee and back down? You can either keep at this speed or go for double time. One leg coming up, the other leg is coming down. Point your toes as you do it. Notice I'm straightening my legs more now for tougher option. breathing in for 2, breathing out for 2. As one elbow touches the knee, try to touch the other elbow on the floor. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then if you can bring your right knee up to your chest here, straightening the other leg, and then into a sacroiliac stretch. We roll, push down. We're going to leave the other arm behind, trailing the back hand, pressing the back shoulder down. Breathe. Nudging the knee towards the floor, nudging the shoulder down. Hey, good job. Let's give that a go on the other side. So knee up and over, pressing the knee down, leaving the eye gaze, looking towards the back hand. Notice, how does this side compare? Breathe. Pressing down through the shoulder, down through the knee. Alrighty, so let's move to the middle, and if you can rock yourself up, let's come up to standing. And can you find a stick, and we'll do some stretching around our shoulders and neck. And you walk your hands towards each other, and you're going to grip and pull that you're trying to pull the stick apart. Keeping the top elbow up towards the ceiling, and then turn your head and look down over your shoulder. Deep breath. And let's release. The hands a little bit closer. Grip, pull, turn, breathe. And as we do that again, try and push that top elbow back. Pull and breathe. Alrighty, let's switch over to the other side. So walking the hands towards each other. Grip and pull. Turn the head. Look down. Breathe. And release. And do it again. Pull. Just where you feel the stretch. Keep your shoulders down as you breathe. And just do that one more time. Grip and pull. Alrighty, and then let's pop the stick down. I'd like you to bring your fingers together here behind you. So fingertip ends touching. Sliding fingers up the back so they're pointed upwards. And as you do it, try to roll your shoulders back and lift from your breastbone. Now that might be enough for you. Over time, try to get your hand a bit higher, fingers touching, or higher still with a palm touching. Whichever version you're doing, keep working at rolling your shoulders back, lifting up through your chest. Deep breath. And let's release, allow the head to drop. Hand here by the ear, pull, reach your fingers. Breathe. Alrighty, let's give that a go on the other side. So just opening down the side of the neck, gentle pull, reach the other hand, breathe. Hands around the back of the head, chin to chest, push down, breathe. Alrighty, can we find our foam roller again? I thought we'd do a little bit of glute foam rolling today. So if you pop your roller down, have a sit on the top of it. You're going to place one hand just at the side of the roll and bring your foot so that your ankle bone is over the knee. So you want the same leg over the top as the hand that's down. That's it. And then you're going to roll front to back over the glute. Just leaning sideways. Notice where is that feeling of knottiness. Once you've found it, just digging a bit more deeply. So circling around. Just giving it a little bit of a rub, a bit of self-massage, just to iron out the muscles. And let's give that a go on the other side. So hopefully we're feeling more energized when we started. So going front to back again. Try and get your foot on your ankle bone just above your knee there. That's it. And this foot at the front, just pulling in a little bit. That'll give it a bit more stretch. Again, circling around a bit more specifically where that knottier, tighter spot is. And then let's give our quadricep muscles a massage tonight as well. So if you pop yourself over the top like this, and the arms we want in a plank position. So we've got the foam roller just above the knees, and we're going to roll our way towards the top of the thighs, and then slowly back the opposite way towards the top of the knees. Let's do that again. So walking the forearms as you do it, getting a little bit of lift from your core as you go back in two. Be quite intensive on the thighs. And I'll just do that back in two one more time. Okay, good job. So coming down onto your back. Okay, so parking your hands just here on top of your belly. And just closing your eyes for a moment. Feeling for the breath under your hands. Just using this last few minutes for some breathing space. Just appreciating being in the being mode rather than the doing mode. Taking a moment to appreciate all the little moves and stretches that you've given to your body today. Giving yourself an internal high five that you've shown up, got it done today. Just appreciating how that influences your day-to-day movement, your bigger picture of your health, your well-being, your suppleness, your mobility, flexibility, core strength, energy. And just taking a moment to think about how those little mini decisions with our health each day influence other people around us. Imagine that the back of your head is sort of sinking into the mat. Softening all the little muscles around the face, just feeling any tension relax from the little muscles around the eyes and the jaw. Opening the teeth so that the jaw can fully relax. Let the tongue hang loose inside of the mouth. Relaxing your shoulders, arms, scanning down your body. Relaxing along the torso, around the hips, the thighs, down into the knees and the feet. So take a deep breath into your belly and a long exhale out. And do that again. So filling your belly up with air. And a nice long exhale out, and keep blowing out until you can't blow out any more air. Just do that one more time, filling up and emptying out. And when you're ready, if you can open your eyes, we're going to roll to our side. So picking yourself back up. So if you can just hit your unmute, just take a moment to stop the share and the music before we check in. So how are we feeling?